Have you ever paused to consider a place where ancient stories, deep devotion, and just the raw power of nature don't just exist side by side, but actually like shape each other? A place that feels almost mystical, but also, very real.
Yeah, those places have a special kind of energy.
Exactly. So today, we want to take you on a bit of a journey, really, to a spot just like that, the Shri Dev Kunkeshwar Temple. It's in Devgad, Sindhudurg, right in the heart of India's Konkan region.
Beautiful area.
Stunning. And this temple, it's not just any temple, it has this really captivating nickname, the Kashi of Konkan.
Which tells you a lot already.
It really does. So our aim today is to explore why this nickname, what's the story behind this place, its origins, and maybe uncover some of the wisdom it holds. Okay, let's unpack this.
Yeah, it's important, I think, to set the scene a bit. The Konkan region, yes, is famous for stunning beaches, lush landscapes, absolutely beautiful.
Right.
But it's, so much more than just a pretty coastline. It's steeped in spiritual history, ancient traditions that have been thriving there for, centuries.
Quietly, almost.
Quietly, yeah. So our goal here is to look at the specific details, the things that make Kunkeshwar draw this comparison to Kashi, the holy city, and also to understand the philosophy connected to it, a kind of code for living, really.
Okay, so given that rich backdrop you mentioned, the Konkan's spiritual depth, the big question then is, what is it about this coastal temple specifically? How does it connect so strongly to a place like Kashi, which is, globally revered? What's the resemblance?
Well, what's fascinating here is the parallel, both numerically and geographically. It almost feels deliberate in a way.
How so?
So the Shri Dev Kunkeshwar Temple complex, it actually houses 107 ancient Shivalingas. These are, the sacred symbols of Lord Shiva.
Okay.
107. Now, if you know Kashi, you know its connection to Shiva, and the tradition associates it with 108 Shivalingas. So 107 is remarkably close.
Very close. Wow.
Finding that many ancient forms in one place, especially a coastal place like this, is already quite something. But here's the really unique part, the thing that just grabs you.
Yeah.
These Shivalingas at Kunkeshwar, they're right on the coastline, like directly exposed to the Arabian Sea. The waves crash over them constantly.
You mean day in, day out?
Day in, day out, year after year. For centuries, they're battered by the sea, this immense natural force. And yet, despite all that, they remain perfectly intact.
That's incredible.
It is. This incredible resilience, this endurance against relentless nature. It's not just a physical marvel. It's seen as like a living symbol, a metaphor for that unwavering spiritual strength, that commitment devotees cultivate. Very much like the feeling you get in Kashi, that timeless, unyielding spiritual presence that just endures.
That's such a powerful image, the defiance against the waves mirroring the spiritual endurance. It really makes it sound less like it was just built, more like it, emerged from something deeper. Is there a legend about how it started?
Oh, absolutely. The origin story is, it's quite captivating, actually.
Yeah.
And very humble. It starts with a local priest, just going about his day.
Okay.
And he used to follow his cow, watching it graze. Pretty normal stuff. But one day, something unusual happened. He noticed the cow releasing its milk, but not into a pail or anything. It was pouring onto this specific stone, a self-manifested stone, just there in the earth.
Huh. Strange.
Yeah. And the priest, in this moment of shock, maybe disbelief, he actually struck the stone, hit it.
Oh, wow.
And then the miracle happened. The stone started to bleed.
No way.
Yes. So faced with this, undeniable sign of divinity, the priest was humbled, amazed, and immediately he started lighting a lamp there every single day. An act of pure, simple devotion.
Just lighting a lamp.
Just lighting a lamp. And it was from that consistent, simple act of faith that Shri Dev Kunkeshwar, this sacred center, eventually grew. It's a beautiful story about how unexpected moments and deep devotion can create these incredibly sacred places.
What an amazing tale. It really grounds the temple, connects it to everyday life, but also the miraculous. So, beyond the origin and the Kashi connection, what about the temple itself? Physically, what's it like? How does it function as a spiritual center for people?
It's quite impressive visually. The main temple stands about 70 feet tall. Very majestic, especially against that coastal background.
Wow, yeah.
And it's built in the Dravidian style of architecture.
Yeah.
The towering structures, intricate carvings.
Right, very distinct.
Very distinct. But it's important to realize it's not just one single building standing alone. It's actually a whole spiritual complex.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah, around the main shrine, there are several smaller temples dedicated to other deities. And all of these together contribute to this overall feeling, this serene, sacred, really powerful energy in the area. It allows for a more holistic spiritual experience. Different kinds of worship, meditation, gathering, all in one place.
And I guess that kind of holistic environment, that concentration of spiritual energy, really comes alive during festivals. I'd heard Shivaratri there is something special.
Oh, absolutely. Shivaratri at Kunkeshwar is, well, it's extraordinary.
Yeah.
It's much more than just a local celebration. People really describe it as a spiritual union for the whole region.
Spiritual union.
Yeah. And if we connect this to the bigger picture, it really shows the temple's pull, its significance across Konkan. There's this amazing tradition. Deities from 72 nearby villages actually traveled to Kunkeshwar for Shivaratri.
The deities themselves. Wow.
Yes, the idols, the representations. The belief is that by visiting Kunkeshwar during the sacred time, these village deities actually enhance their own divinity. They become sort of spiritually recharged for their own communities.
That's incredible, like a divine pilgrimage.
Exactly. And it creates this massive, vibrant gathering. Devotees come from all over, traveling quite far sometimes, just to be there to participate, get blessings. It really cements the temple's role as the spiritual heart of the region, a place where everyone, human and you could say divine, comes together.
That image, 72 villages converging, their deities getting enhanced divinity. That speaks volumes about a living, breathing tradition. It sounds like this spiritual purity, this connection, it doesn't just stay within the temple walls, does it? It seems to inform a whole way of life, this idea of sattvic life.
Yes, that's a really important extension of it all. The sattvic life isn't just theory. It's a very practical, detailed guide for how to live day to day.
Okay.
Its main goal is fostering well-being and, crucially, spiritual purity. It's a whole approach, covering lots of everyday actions, all aimed at creating balance, harmony, inner peace.
Like what kind of actions?
Well, for instance, it gives guidance on how you sleep. Like sleeping with your head facing east is recommended, believed to align you better with the Earth's energy for better rest.
Interesting.
Yeah. And what you wear favoring simple, natural fabrics, not overly adorned. The idea is to encourage inner focus, humility, not outward show. Even the food you eat is sattvic. Pure, fresh, vegetarian, ideally prepared with mindfulness, eaten mindfully. Food that nourishes without, overstimulating or making you dull.
So it covers quite a lot of daily life.
It does. And naturally, it influences how you worship and pray too, ensuring it's done with sincerity, concentration, real reverence, making every moment count in a way. Ultimately, sattvic life is really a path to a wholesome, balanced, spiritually richer existence. It's about weaving these ancient principles right into your daily routine.
And that totally shifts it from just being about a place, a temple, to a living philosophy. This is where it gets really interesting for you listening. Think about it. How could this kind of ancient wisdom, this sattvic life idea, maybe offer something practical for your life, in our modern, often hectic world? How could a guide for well-being, for purity, influencing basic things like sleep, food, clothes, how could that resonate with your choices, help find maybe a bit more balance, more purpose?
It's food for thought.
Definitely. So what does this all mean? We've taken this journey into the Shri Dev Kunkeshwar Temple, explored its unique mix of history, legend, its sheer presence, and that deep spiritual connection it holds in the Konkan region.
Right.
We've seen how those 107 resilient Shivalingas, touched constantly by the sea, earn it that name, Kashi of Konkan, echoing Kashi's own endurance.
A powerful parallel.
We found out how a simple act of devotion sparked its creation, and how it acts as this vibrant spiritual hub for, 72 villages, especially during Shivaratri.
That's right, 72, a real center.
And we touched on sattvic life, not just a concept, but a blueprint for a balanced, spiritually aware way of living born from this sacred space. It really drives home that the Konkan region offers way more than just nice views. It's a place where these deep, living spiritual traditions are truly thriving, offering wisdom for us even now.
And this raises an important question, maybe something for you to reflect on after this. How do these ancient beliefs, these sacred sites like Kunkeshwar, with its unbelievably resilient Shivalingas, how do they keep their power, their meaning, despite constant challenges? Whether it's the force of nature, like those waves, or just the passage of time.
That's a great question.
Or perhaps think about how a philosophy like sattvic life, focusing on purity, balance, being intentional in daily actions, how might that actually offer practical guidance for us? For navigating our complex, often pretty overwhelming modern lives? Could it be a path to finding more genuine well-being, maybe a deeper sense of inner peace?